And here we are, 10 years later. Been a long and hard 10 years, let me tell you. But hey, guess who's still standing, boys? I've seen this platform change a lot over the last 10 years. Creators have come up and creators have gone. Things have changed, things haven't changed. Some have changed for the better, some have changed for the bad. Very bad. But hey, we still prevail. So why have I come up onto your screens today? Well, first of all, if you haven't seen the Best of 2024 video, go check that out. It's very cool. It captures the whole year and our dramas and our adventures throughout the year and, you know, etc, etc. It's a big montage, big funny montage. And this video is sort of similar, but instead of 1 year, we're going to focus on 10 years. I plan for this episode to do a sort of timeline, capsulate every year from 2015 all the way to 2025 and sort of explain each year and how I got onto YouTube and basically walk you through my YouTube life. Right, 2014, the year of Jacksepticeye, the year of PewDiePie, the year of Stampy and all these Minecraft YouTubers. I was hooked to YouTube at this point. Watching all these creators I'd never seen before and learning from them and playing the games that they were playing, it was a good time. But as I continue to watch these videos, I think to myself, I want to do this. I want to make a Minecraft video and put it out there and call it a day. But I didn't have the equipment. I didn't even have a headset. I was using the monitor speakers, man. But a few months prior, I met somebody through Steam. Not through a game, but just through Steam. One day, I had a random friend request, and that friend request absolutely changed my life. The friend request I got was from Corey, or Dozy as he's known online, and because I was a kid who had nothing better to do, I accepted the friend request, and immediately we struck a bond. He was the same age as me, he lived in the UK, we played the same games. It was meant to be. So naturally, I'm watching these YouTubers, he's watching these YouTubers. Corey was going to make a YouTube channel that we both ran and upload videos to. Minecraft, or the TF2, or whatever we were playing at the time. So the channel gets created, it gets named, you know, it's all up, I get access to it. Corey uploads 2 videos, and I go to upload my first video, and I pussy out. I got too scared of what people would think of me. And that channel sort of faded into dust, and I'm pretty sure he took it down at some point. But that moment was a very important step in what was to come in the next 10 years. 2015. My personal highlight for that year wasn't even me making my channel. It was actually watching a web series called the Psycho series, created by Jesse Ridgway, or McJuggernuggets as he's known online, who would later inspire me to create story content and want to make story content. But more on him in a bit. January rolls around and I get my first camera, a Microsoft Lifecam, or whatever the hell it was called. So straight away, I picked up my copy of the Minecraft Construction Handbook, I set it down on my table, along with one of those CD holders, and I sort of had the book on top of the CD holder, and I put the camera on top, pointed it at the monitor, and this was the result.
Hello everybody, this is Phonixia 2000, starting a new channel.
Jesus fucking Christ. I sound like somebody just threw me up against the fucking wall. But I uploaded my first video onto YouTube, titled Black Mesa Part 1, Throwing Stuff. Wow, quite the genius with the title there, Phonixia. Throughout that one day, I think I made and uploaded like 3-4 individual videos just on one day. Back then, I wasn't editing, I was just recording a raw video and uploading that raw video file, and literally, that was it. So that was all well and good, but then eventually I started to branch out and do some other games. Other than Black Mesa, I started to do Turbo Dismount, I started to do Saints Row 2, and then one game come up, one game that I was playing for the longest time, Minecraft. Minecraft Just Talk is my first episode, and this featured Corey, and it was us playing a bunch of Minecraft minigames and just having a good time, really. But then I uploaded episode 2, and then a 3rd video, a 4th video, And in these Minecraft videos, we were playing on a creative server where you can have like your own creative plot. The AEM servers. IM server? I don't even know how you're meant to pronounce it. We called it the RM servers, just for the convenience. And on this, it was literally just plots of land we could build on, and just that was it. Because we didn't know how to run a server together at the time, so this was the next best thing. I should probably mention too, around the start of 2015, I don't know when exactly, I'm gonna say between January and March, was when Corey first introduced me to Charlie, also known as Kuro Online.
How should I go?
Connection terminated.
And to this day, Charlie's still here. Unfortunately. Back then, he used the name Dead Dragon Gamer, and that was him for the longest time. This was his first video appearance.
And yeah, I am with Charlie, also known as the Dead Dragon Gamer, so yeah, say hello.
Oh, Charlie, you don't know what you've just got yourself into. So the year goes by, and I'm mostly just uploading a mix of Minecraft, Black Mesa, and, like, what, Geometry Dash. Throughout summer and sort of the later part of 2015, I was starting to delve into the Minecraft sort of story realm, where I was, like, creating my own little scenarios, characters, and little stories, and just making little episodes out of that. This evolved into my overarching Minecraft series that ended up being the most complicated thing on the planet. But did we care? Hell no. Corey, Charlie, me, and a friend I had back then called Thundergun580, they all loved being in these Minecraft videos and just messing around for these roleplay stuff, for this, you know? And yes, I was on Windows XP in 2015. Shut up, it was good. But with 2015 coming to an end, and a new PC on the horizon for Christmas, it was time to switch things up. Kicking off 2016, I was hooked to the big screen, watching the Psycho series, specifically the Aunt Melissa storyline.
Oh, no, you won't.
Tell you what,
Oh, hell
I ain't
no.
messing around. That's my shit for Christmas.
How about that? There's your shit for Christmas.
Hands down, that's probably my favorite part of that series. Just the whole Aunt Melissa divorce arc stuff. Very good. Well done. I loved it. But in terms of YouTube, nothing was really going on. I uploaded some Half-Life here and there. I uploaded, you know, a Goat Simulator video. And there really wasn't much Minecraft for the first month or two. And the reason for that was because the AEM network, or the RM servers, we're just gonna call it the RM servers, okay? The RM servers, unfortunately, were bought out by a bigger company. In doing so, it destroyed everything that was created on the server. This broke my little heart, but did it stop me from creating? Hell no. Straight away, I found a new server called eDog878. This would be my home for the next 3 years or so. But before we talk about the switch over to eDog, let's talk about my Roblox phase. So back then, me and Charlie were constantly on the lookout for new games to play together and new games to record videos on and upload, and he convinced me to play Roblox. I never knew anything about it, I didn't know what to do in it, I was clueless. And he brought me onto a game called Row Citizens, in which it was sort of like a life sim, you know, you can buy a house, you can have a job, you can drive a car, you know. Back then, it was very minimal in what you could do. We were sat there for hours grinding this. I remember we got like this little box apartment thing, and we were concerned that we had to pay the rent. Straight away, I realised that this is perfect story potential, and thus started the Row Citizen series, which was actually uploaded to a separate channel. Not the Phonixia channel, but it's still part of my legacy, so I'll include it anyway. This series followed the journey of Phonixia. Really? Whoa. And Charlie, as they meet up in Row Citizens for the first time, and they get into all sorts of drama. I think we killed the mayor at one point, and then I got married to Sandra. Play the clip.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay. Sandra, do you take Owen to be your awfully wedded husband? I do. Owen, do you take Sandra to be your awfully wedded wife?
Uh-huh.
That was Charlie, by the way. And of course, we played a lot of Row Citizens, but naturally we were playing other games, you know, like the pizza, work at a pizza place game, Pokeblocks. They were fun to do. But then it was time to fully introduce my very non-existent audience to eDog878 in Minecraft The Moving. This was a 3-part mini-series that sort of documented my transition from RM to eDog, and me settling into my new laboratory and getting used to my surroundings and just doing a bunch of stuff. You know, I'm looking back through it now and it's like, first half of the year didn't have that much Minecraft stuff. Like, this year was very much an experimental year. I was just sort of like doing little bits and pieces and just seeing what stuck to the wall kind of thing. Along with the new changes from 2016, my channel brand as a whole was a big change. Because I knew I wanted to focus purely on more story content, I decided to actually ditch the Phonixia name for the first time in years, and the name I landed with was Phoenix Productions.
I am changing my channel name from Phonixia 2000 to Phoenix Productions.
But really deep down I was still Phonixia. Always have been, always will. But the later half of 2016, Minecraft was back in full swing. We were making movies, mini-series, survival series. I built a mega mansion. Moving on down to the Christmas series of 2016. This was a 5-part series in Minecraft that showed me and Charlie preparing for Christmas, getting gifts together and going through dramas and... did we go to Santa's workshop? I think we went to Santa's workshop, you know? I don't know, stuff happened and then it was cool. But this 5-part series was a very important milestone for me, because after making this Christmas series, I really enjoyed the concept of these sub-series within the main series, and this would fully shine through in the years to come. Also, summer of that year, McJuggernuggets actually ended the Psycho series. He came out, he did the double snap, and he revealed it was all fake. But you know what? I wasn't angry. I was really, really impressed. I remember watching the video and just smiling as soon as the camera dropped and he revealed it was all fake.
That's it, everyone. That's a wrap.
Sweet, we're done?
Yes, sir.
All right!
Yes, thank you guys. That's crazy.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too.
And that's why he's such a big inspiration to me, is because he pulled off the impossible, man. And a lot of his style I apply to things in the future, and I still use his style to this day in terms of directing and the way I create stories and whatnot. And with this fiery passion and with this awesome momentum built up, it's time to throw my shit at the wall and see if it sticks. Haha, 2017. If I had to choose my favorite year from, I guess, classic Phonixia, then I would choose 2017. This was the year where I was just pumping out videos after video after video, and I was just a boy filled with ideas. But the catch of 2017, it was the start of my downfall. So kicking the year off, right off the heels of the 2016 Christmas series, we went into the Ghost of Phonixia series, where me and Charlie go on a camping trip to find out that we are being haunted by none other than the Ghost of Phonixia himself. Who is the Ghost of Phonixia? He's some character I made back up in 2015. He was like a minor character, and then he had a son called Oliver. Why? I don't know. But this is the series trying to explain his origins, and to be honest with you, I don't know the story here. It was basically Bollywood Ghostbusters, right?
You need to pee! That is so crazy!
In the end, we built like a machine that destroyed the Ghost of Phonixia, and then we killed him or something. But season 2 of the Ghost of Phonixia series was right around the corner, because we only had to wait... what, one day? And we were going straight to ConsoleCon. What is ConsoleCon? Well, it's basically like an E3 sort of thing that my character attended, and every year he would attend to create like a new console. So we had the Melon Box one year, and then I think we had the End Station, and then this year I think we had the Magma Box that I was creating. But on the way back to EDOG 878, we get attacked by the Cyber Tigers. They blow up the train, and the Phonixia Corporation has declared war on the Cyber Tigers. We don't stand for terrorism in my Minecraft series, and the ending to that was a perfect lead-in to the second big series of the year, the Finishing GLaDOS series. What? What does GLaDOS have to do with this?
It's only money. Your money. $20,000 of it. Right down the drain.
Let me explain. So back in the RM servers, in my lab, GLaDOS was sort of like the robot that controlled the facility, right? So same as Aperture. I think the story was like we stole it from Aperture, and then we put it in my lab, and then she turned evil, and then... we made a film about that. Anyway, she's working with the Cyber Tigers to try and kill me. As the series goes on, the stakes get higher. I think they blow up like a skyscraper at one point. Oh boy. Oh look, I uploaded a Saints Row 4 glitch video in between all this. Just so random, what the fuck. But a newcomer to the channel, we introduce Harley, or Golden Plays as he was known back in the day anyway. And this guy was sort of our informant. Like, he had a bunch of information on GLaDOS, like, to get us closer to her and kill her, and he was just basically one of the boys with me and Charlie, you know. Eventually, the time comes. Minecraft 167 Showdown. Not Showdown, but fuck, I fucked it up. In which the epic battle sequence takes place, and GLaDOS gets defeated forever. And you think that'd be the end of the series, right? Hell no. Harley was working with GLaDOS the whole time. So naturally, Charlie and Harley, they start beefing, they start, like, playing swords and stuff, and then Harley dies and the world's saved. And yeah, I used the same Minecraft skin. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Whew, and that's just the first half of the year. Damn! So we had 2 epic series to kick off the year, a couple of videos in between, we had the ConsoleCon stuff, and it was time for my 3rd big series of the year. So me and Charlie came up with the idea to do a sort of Survival Island Stranded series. And this was meant to be like a full series, you know, I don't know, 10 episodes or so, or however many we were gonna do. And we only ended up doing 3. We just abandoned it and didn't really come back. But it's no worries, because I had a better series in mind. We were going back to EDOG, and it was going to be a sequel to the Finishing GLaDOS series. Obviously, GLaDOS is gone, so don't worry about her, but it was going to be a sort of continuation of Phonixia's story, right? Introducing Amber and Evie. Evie played Phonixia's mother, and Amber played Phonixia's, like, obsessed fan kind of thing. And this series was called The Lost Family, and this was a reboot of a series that I did in 2015, which was meant to be a prequel to every Minecraft video I had done and show Phonixia's origins, where he came from, and all that. And this series was going good, you know. I built like some big set pieces for the time for this video, you know. I spent hours and hours just on single player worlds, just building stuff and getting ready for this and actually writing stuff down. But again, I got 3 episodes in and I cancelled it. It was actually around this time where I started to watch a lot more Twitch and live streams specifically. So then I started live streaming a lot more. And this would be important. So as I was doing the Half-Life streams, and I was enjoying them because it was less effort. I was just able to play Half-Life and just not have a worry in the world. And there wasn't really much Minecraft going on, or just many videos in general. I was skipping weeks, and I didn't lose interest. I was losing motivation. But as I was refreshing my mind during these Half-Life live streams, specifically Half-Life 2, I came up with an idea. What if I did like a combine story thing in Minecraft? Hand on heart, this was going to be the biggest Minecraft series I was going to do to date. Enter the Defeat series, which in my mind was going to be the epic conclusion to my Minecraft story line thing. At the end of 2017, I released 3 trailers to hype my very large audience up, and the wheels were set in motion, and I was ready for the new year. I should probably mention too, this is actually the year me and Charlie stopped talking. Not because we had a falling out, but the PC he was using at the time actually broke. So that sort of split us apart for a good couple years. From 2017 to 2021, I just saw drips and drabs of Charlie. I barely knew the guy anymore. And honestly, it was better. It was time to head into 2018, the end of classic Phonixia. 2018. I waste no time at the start of this year and begin my biggest production yet, the Defeat series. After trailer and all the prep I've been doing, it was time. And it was going quite well for a little bit. We recorded multiple videos in a day, and hell, just to show you how ambitious I was, I even did like an intro cinematic for one of the episodes. It was the first time I'd done any sort of cinematics. It's a bit rough around the edges, but, you know, I put in the effort. But about a month into the new year, episode 4 gets released. Then, it's dead silence. I'm pretty sure we recorded 5 and 6, but I never uploaded them because I didn't think they were good enough, and there's a reason for that. Charlie still hadn't returned. I knew I could get away with recording a couple of the first videos without him, but later on throughout the series I did plan to have him in there. His PC took too long to fix. And when he did have a PC that was working, he went off and played Siege. Those were some dark days, I remember. But after my 3rd cancelled series, I was a shell. I was relying on this series to sort of pull me back up, and this would catapult me into doing other things. Episode 4, cancelled the series, and my next video upload was Minecraft 183, The End. Question mark? Because I was unsure if I was ever going to return to doing Minecraft videos. This episode showed Phonixia sort of suddenly packing everything up, retiring, and going to the big city for a better life. Looking back on it now, maybe I was burnt out, maybe I was throwing too many ideas at the wall, because, you know, I was young at the time. Oh, I should say, by the way, the only connection to Half-Life in the Defeat series was really, like, there was a big building, there was an alien race that was going to come up later in the series that was meant to take over the world, and there was, like, an evil doctor guy, and this doctor was working with the alien forces to end the world. It's starting to sound a little familiar, isn't it? I pressed publish on the video, and done. I took my first break since I started the channel. And in this 3 months, I was thinking of rebooting and doing some new ideas, and, you know, I just had time to think. Luckily, during this time, sort of the end of 2017, going into 2018 and beyond, I was playing a lot of GTA Online, and I mean a lot. And I had my base character that I would sort of dress up in different outfits, and then sort of I made them into different characters. You had Boss, Sammy, Rookie, all these characters that I had created, and I'm sort of just like going through a story in my head and slowly piecing things together. I did this alongside Evie, who played Phonixia's mother in the Lost Family series, and we were sort of building this story up and seeing what we could do in GTA Online. What was our limits, what were the capabilities, and how am I going to tell this story? And while we were planning this, I decided, you know what, I feel really good about this. I'm going to make a comeback. So then in July, before we started this new big GTA series, I started a little mini segment, almost like a podcast, called The Surface Show, even though we are 6,000 feet below the ground. That was the tagline. In which this was going to be like a weekly show in which I would just talk about stuff that I only did 2 episodes of. So again, this was a cancelled series. But the first Surface Show episode was very important because the outro of that video was the first time I used the outro that I still use to this day. I used the funny music, I have the gameplay in the background, and then the annotations pop up. So then I cancelled the Surface Show. I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to focus on this GTA thing, right? And then I figured out how to use the Rockstar editor. That changed everything. But as I learned how to use the program, I mean, it's a good tool. Enter the Stuff Inc. The Future of Crime series, which was about a man named Boss and his best friend Sammy starting a crime company to become the biggest criminal organization in America, all while dealing with a bunch of goons and a drugged up masked man. And while recording these, it was very refreshing to just move away from Minecraft and have a lot more freedom with what you could actually do. I've got guns at my disposal. Watch out. And then the same old song and dance. I got too big for my boots and I pulled the plug. It wasn't because I just fell off the project, or I stopped it because I was motivated. I wanted to stop it right where I was to be able to pick it up again at a different date, which is still the plan, by the way. I still really, really want to do this series. Probably not on GTA, but you know, even if it turns into be a book, a TV series, movie, web series, I want it out there at some point, because the stuff I had planned for this story, it was gonna be good. And with the last episode of Stuff Inc. releasing, Phonixia sort of went back into the shadows, and he continued planning this big project, all while naturally playing a lot more GTA Online with Corey, with Evie. Enter 2019, and this is where things will start looking a bit more familiar to you. Just to put into perspective about this year as a whole, I only uploaded 8 videos. I did 8 videos, and then I'd done a bunch of live streams. I was actually live streaming a lot more this year, more than I ever had at this point. And kicking the year off, me and Corey did a live stream. We were playing some classic Gold Source games, you know, Ricochet, Counter-Strike, whatever else games there are. And it's funny, actually, because this stream inspired the video I did with Charlie, actually not too long ago, where we played classic Gold Source games, such as Ricochet, Day of Defeat, etc. And then exactly 1 month later, on March 2nd, 2019, I uploaded a single video that would change the way I make content. Enter Saints Row the Third. And this video was literally just me and Corey playing Saints Row 3 with the Sandbox Plus mod, and literally just messing around and just doing bits. This was my first funny moments sort of style video that I'd ever done. Like, I'd never done this style of content before. This was the very first time I did it. And at the time, I thought this was the best thing ever. I really enjoyed editing it, I enjoyed recording it, and it was very good. I was very happy with it. Looking back on it now, hasn't aged that well. So at this point, I still wasn't really back doing videos. Like I said, I was more into the live streaming things, right? So every month, I seemed to do like a new video upload, and it was that funny moment style content that I had done previously. I did a Half-Life 2 beta video, Mount Your Friends, I played GTA with a 7-year-old.
Oh shit.
Oh, you.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, you're. Oh my god.
And who can forget the Roblox video, right?
You've got to have a 2080 Ti to run this shit.
Why do I get
Oh, why the fuck am I flying?
The fun that we were having at the time sort of inspired me to sort of share the fun with the world and make these videos. In between all this, I was just having a blast, just sitting there and streaming random games. Like I think I played Terraria, did a Terraria playthrough. I played through Portal 2 on stream. I played through some Half-Life mods, and it was just a chill time. Nobody tuned in, nobody cared, but I enjoyed doing them. But my YouTube streaming would come to an end on August 20th, 2019. I did a GTA Online live stream, again, with Corey, and this was probably one of the most fun streams I've ever done. Probably to date, actually. This was really fun. And this was fresh off the heels after the
Diamond Casino and Resort
update came out. So like GTA was like popping off, everybody was playing, and you know, I was grinding the casinos and doing all that. And I think it was around this time where I actually started to transition from YouTube streaming to Twitch streaming. And with my new content came a brand new name. Well, not really brand new, but because of the lack of story content on the channel, I dropped the Phoenix Productions name. Boom. Phonixia is back. I don't have any footage from the old Twitch streams that I did, so here's Gordon Freeman dancing by a Christmas tree. And I mean, yeah, that was 2019. I mean, like I said, nothing happened really. I mean, it was a very short year, but it was also one of the most important years I've had in creating content because obviously this was the start of everything that I do today. And as 2019 wraps up, a pandemic is on the horizon.
Oh, nice.
2020, the year that a lot of people would love to forget. For me, however, I had fun being stuck indoors, I'm not gonna lie, okay? So Phonixia, with all this free time you have, what epic videos did you cook up? Absolutely nothing. I made one video on the Phonixia channel in 2020, but that doesn't mean I stopped content altogether that year. Once again, I was doing plenty of Twitch streams. What if I turn these streams into highlight videos? And I want to welcome you to the Phonixia Playthroughs channel, or as it was known back then, the Phonixia Live Highlights. And this channel was an attempt to sort of restart my YouTube scene, I guess. So, you know, I'm streaming, I'm doing this, I'm doing that throughout the year, and then I'm making them into funny moment videos similar to my 2019 style videos. I remember streaming Fall Guys, like when that came out.
There was like oranges and a blueberry. Sick. Nice. Oh, no, I was meant to, no. Mango, please. No. Oh, that's a watermelon. I don't want that. I think this is where I lose. I'm not doing very well. Right. Keep running, keep going. Oh no!
And I know I'm about to sound like a broken record, but again, I just stopped. And the main reason for this time was because I realized that like no one was watching. And usually in the past that wouldn't get to me, but it was around this time where I was like, why am I putting in the effort to do all this if nobody's gonna watch them? And that sort of just weighed me down at the time. I was like, there's no point. Like, I like them, I like what I made at the time, but no one else just seemed to care to click on them. So I might have done a few more Twitch streams and everything like that, but then a reckoning was on the horizon. At the end of 2020, I wanted to double down on this funny moments content. I felt like I could do something great with this style of content. So I thought, what if I just record some footage of me playing zombies and then like add the most random edits at it? This spawned Cold War Zombies, but it's summarized. This video is what I declare as my return to YouTube, right? This video was like 2 minutes long, and it was literally just me playing zombies with just a bunch of stuff going on. It was almost like a scuffed MLG video.
Now, if Black Mesa has taught me anything, I probably shouldn't hit this button.
Stop! Ah! Welcome to Lego Island! Gotta respect our crazy tech guys.
Oh shit.
Holy Jesus!
And this video I mainly made for myself to see what I was capable of in terms of editing and see what I could do in the future possibly. And some stuff I kept, some stuff I didn't. And then the first year of the pandemic comes to a close. And I think I have room for one more live stream that I will make into a highlight. 2021 marks my full official return to YouTube. And man, it felt like it was yesterday. And the video to kick everything off that year was a Bob Ross video, where I attempted to use NVIDIA's Gauguin to paint Bob Ross's paintings and then turn it into like a real life picture. Didn't end quite well, but you know, it was fun. And then of course we had some classics, like my first Humo 4 Flat video with Corey, where we did like a Mario Kart thing, and then he like showed me around like a really scuffed Hogwarts. About the start of 2021, I got very heavy into the Resident Evil series for the first time. I played all the games multiple times. I played, you know, the DLCs and, you know, whatever. I played the whole franchise. This was also the time where Charlie was live streaming. What? Charlie made content? Yes, he did. But then he fell off. He fell off so hard that he just couldn't even come back from it. But I remember tuning into one of his live streams, and then, like, at this point, I hadn't spoken to him for, you know, properly in a good couple years, right? Talking to him in the chat, and, like, we were slowly sort of getting to know each other again. And I'm talking about Resident Evil, and I'm saying, like, yeah, I've just been playing through the Resident Evil franchise, I love it, and, you know, I think he said he's played some of the games, or whatever he said. And then I remember I sent a message in the chat that, if you want to play something sometime, let me know. Because not too long after, we got into a Discord call, and we picked up right where we left off.
Oh, you can't! You can't!
You got in the way. I think someone died in there. Oh!
In doing so, we created Half-Life 2 Synergy series. And this is where all the Mario and Luigi stuff started, was this video right here. And it was actually Charlie that sort of, like, really motivated me to keep pushing out content. Like, it didn't directly motivate me, but I just thought the Half-Life co-op videos at the time were so good, I just had to do more. And then other videos on top of that, you know, just to keep topping myself. Not topping myself, but, you know, fuck off. 2021 ends and I couldn't be more happier because I just made my first successful comeback onto YouTube and I stuck through it through an entire year, and that would only improve in 2022. Kicking the year off, Charlie's usually not around during January times, if you've noticed in videos. There's nowhere to be seen. I don't know where he goes.
I'm in the abandoned city of Pripyat. I'm off to the Arctic for 3 weeks. I am not inside a fusion reactor. I'm in Hull. I am in Morocco.
So naturally, I'm left to do videos on my own. But not all of them were on my own, you know, I had Corey for a few, and then I was with myself. I'm pretty sure I played Dishonored for the first time around this sort of time. Man, that was a good game. At some point, Charlie wiggled his head back into the picture, and for some reason, we started to go like down this path of Gmod horror maps. Every other video was like a horror map, I swear. We did The Accident.
Charlie, fuck. Hey, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Where are you? I'm in your bedroom, hiding in your wardrobe.
We did Room 63, we did The Running Man.
I'm in. Owen!
Hi. You said you didn't want me up your ass.
And then we did the dreaded SCP video, which is still my second most viewed video on the fucking channel. I'm not happy about that, by the way. It's a shit video. But I think 2022 was one of the best years for content I had. Now, the content itself wasn't great, but the games we were playing, there was a lot of variety. We had Devour, we had Payday, Watch Dogs, Portal 2, a bunch of Roblox stuff. It was just a fun time to play with Charlie, man. Oh no. And this was also the year we started the Resident Evil co-op series. Oh dear me. I enjoyed this Resident Evil series, don't get me wrong, but bringing Charlie through it was miserable. He was miserable the whole time we were playing this. So I don't know, we did some more horror maps, I suppose. We did a Man of Medan series. That was quite fun.
It is the tax one pays for having lived, and it comes
I don't pay tax.
Eventually.
And then wrapping up the year, I did a callback to my Cold War Zombies video, summarizing shipment on Modern Warfare 2. Me on shipment on Modern Warfare 2, with a bunch of funny sounds, and getting killed over and over again. Good times. 2023. This year's like a comfort year for me almost. Like, every time I think of videos, like I always think of 2023, and it's like, oh, it's just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just makes me feel warm, you know? So naturally, Charlie's gone for the first, you know, the 10 months of the year.
Flying a few thousand feet over Lincolnshire.
But then, oh, we came back with a banger, boys. We 1v1'd on Woohoo Island. Let me just summarize that video in one clip. That's a warning shot.
I don't even know if this is possible. I had 2 more shots in fact.
Holy fuck. Holy shit. I just saw you get demolished. That's it. That's all you need to see. This year was a really fun year also because I got my VR for the first time this year, and that obviously opened up a bunch of possibilities. Possibilities of me being chased by a big anime avatar and then killing skeletons to Linkin Park.
I'm getting my ass beat.
This is so cinematic.
It doesn't even matter.
Wow, I have hell of a life. Speaking of life, I played Half-Life Alyx for the first time this year, and my god, those videos are laggy. Do not watch them, please. And of course, how can we forget the highlight of 2023? Phonixia's journey to Amsterdam. This video documented me and Corey traveling outside of the UK and going to Amsterdam and exploring the very fine streets that they have to offer. I enjoyed my time there. Would I go back again? Probably not, thinking back on it. The time I did spend there, I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah.
It's Dead Dragon Gamer. Dead Dragon Gamer back for another video.
Enough. We want our brain to be so much slush that you can just manipulate us for content for the rest of our life.
Literally.
That is what you are. We're a content goats to you.
Dead on.
Well, he's told me that when I'm having kids, the kids are going I'm going to train the kids to be like me, and they're going to keep them for content. I can retire.
Yeah, it's just a big content factory.
Do I get a payout?
Fuck no.
And then sort of in a shocking twist of events, I uploaded my last Human Fall Flat video, and I wasn't planning for this. Corey sort of took a step back, in a way. After the Amsterdam trip, we just didn't hear much from him. We didn't see much of him. You know, he was very, very distant. And I'm not going to get into personal things, you know, but he has things going on. He thinks ways a certain way, you know, he has a very specific mindset. I'm not going to interfere with that. If he wants to do something, I'm not going to interfere and stop him from doing the thing he wants to do, you know. So unfortunately, that was the last we saw of Corey/Dozy, and that's probably the case for the foreseeable future. To wrap up 2023, a little game you might have heard of, Lethal Company released. Oh, what a game that was. Don't even have to describe it to you, I probably don't. But from the moment me and Charlie played it, we were hooked. Straight away, mods, videos, grind. It was a good game, and it was a perfect game for YouTube as well. I just wish I raked in a lot more views from it, you know? But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. 2024, the year that has just wrapped. But to sort of give you the laydown of 2024, we played chess, we played Battlefield, A Way Out. We started our brand new story series, the first one, by the way, since the Stuff Inc. series. It was very nice to return to some sort of story content, even if it wasn't directly, you know, a serious cinematic story, you know, it was still very much in the tone of a Let's Play. What else happened? Oh yeah, I went to hospital, didn't I? Yeah. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been in hospital with no answers or not even an inkling of information about what's wrong with me. I'm all better now, by the way. My ailments have been cured, although there are still some lingering effects from it. Like, my mouth is, like, fucked. Well, mainly my lips. Like, I can't really, like, if I, like, stretch my lips, it feels like they're about to, like, rip out of their skin and... We had the introduction of Daniel Ream. This guy is somebody I brought on because I worked with him in real life, and immediately we just struck a bond. I never strike a bond with somebody like that quick. As soon as I found out that he did voice acting work, I was like, oh boy, get in my Phonixia bus, we're going to the studio. Once you enter the Phonixia studio, you just can't leave. I have very tight restrictions these days. I obviously done my Minecraft Alpha series this year, which was very fun to do. It had a very consistent viewer base, and people were always asking for more and more videos on it, and I was obsessed with playing the alpha throughout this year. It was a very good pastime. But enough about Minecraft. Let's talk about the big kicker of the year. This is the Half-Life 2 we never had. I can't begin to tell you how or why this video blew up the way it did. I say blew up. It's got 84,000 views as I'm recording this. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not very big. But for me, it is insane. I'm still speechless. Without this video, I wouldn't have the viewer base that I have now. I wouldn't be approaching 2,000 subscribers. This video single-handedly catapulted me into some faraway region of growth. I also did a Silent Hill series last year, which was sort of a playthrough style video, but not really. It was more of a condensed playthrough rather than like a funny moments, you know? Which playthroughs are something I've been trying to toy around with for a while. I just haven't found a good balance on how to do it. So I thought this was a good balance. It sort of mixed the funny moments and the playthrough into one to make a short sort of playthrough. And that was fun to do. People really liked that one. And of course, on December 16th, we ended the Super Mario Life series with a bang. Bowser's dead. Mario's dead, ? And Luigi is in stasis, awaiting his employment. And that brings us to 2025. I've had some ups and downs in my YouTube time. The downs I have had, you know, sort of still impact me today. Lack of motivation, a low self-belief, I guess. You know, it's something I'm working on. As Gabe Newell once said,
These things, they take time.
So happy 10 years to the Phonixia YouTube channel. I'm now 10 years old. This video was just made to sort of document the main events throughout the year. I couldn't include absolutely everything. This video would be so long if I included every little detail. So I just took the main parts and sort of bashed it into a video here. The moments I've had in the last 10 years are moments I'm going to carry with me throughout my whole life until I die. DIE. It's been fun. I think I've spoken enough. As always, it's good to see and hear from so many of you. And may the next 10 years deliver as many unexpected surprises. As did the millenniums first. And again, Phonixia is just the best. See you in the next one.